Good evening and welcome everyone to episode 22 of Crit the Bed Show. We're here with the regular cast and crew. Just double checking I've got everybody in the right place, and I have, so that's a win for tonight. Hope everyone's good in the Twitch chat, and hello to everybody on YouTube and the VOD. Anyone that's watching tonight that wasn't watching last week, Josh is not here because he is looking after a very small human, not a gnome, and also sorry, Spoopy. There was not a reference to your level 4 gnome that died early in the week, so apologies for that. But no, he is looking after a small child that is his own, that got delivered not too long ago. But don't fear, he'll be back soon. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
Well, we still don't know if we're going to let Josh come back definitely, so I like how you're giving him hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making him grovel.
Just to knock him down.
Yeah. If he does, he's got to come back as a level 1 halfling called Surefoot.
He has to work for it.
Yeah.
We can finally get Surefoot's secrets.
Yes. What's up with those braces, and why is he so happy all of the time?
Yeah. I'd watch a separate, spin-off show about Surefoot.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Especially if with Josh playing him.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Just me and him just working at the bar constantly.
Whistling.
I'd watch it and I'd be filled with rage the whole time. It'd be great.
You hate watching it.
Yeah.
Angry subscribe.
Okie dokie. So let's get down to business with our regular. I should always just cue this up. There's one thing I always forget. 1d4. Let's find out who goes first. It's Annie, and you get to introduce Ellie. So Annie, can you? Yeah, it's not it's not your regular fare this time.
I don't know anything about any of
We've never met before.
Yeah.
We haven't, although we almost got married. I mean, we're still yet to get married, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. So Annie, can you introduce Ellie's character, their name, what they do, and I don't know. I didn't have anything queued up for tonight. Oh no, actually, yeah. What would Pip's ideal holiday vacation be?
Oh, thank you, Pip. That's her name. Ellie plays Pip, our resident Grung Ranger, who has bandages for arms and arms for bandages.
I don't know if that's correct, but okay.
Just sort of noodly spaghetti
You're not
arms.
my usual. You're not my usual intro, so I'm trying to go with it. What does she do? She is our unit of a tank of a frog. She likes to touch people and put them to sleep. She's really good with her longbow. And what would her holiday? I mean, something swampy.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd say Iceland.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I'd say the Secret Lagoon, the Blue Lagoon, that aren't necessarily swampy, but
True.
there are areas I think that she would love to just relax in. And then the mud is nice on the skin. I think she'd really enjoy that. And there's a swim up bar in the Secret Lagoon. Yeah.
Oh.
Iceland.
I'll take it.
That's my ideal vacation now. He's really sold it to me.
Beautiful.
do you work for the Icelandic tourist board?
No, I've been. I just want to go again. One sponsor me.
Gravy.
Just sponsored by Iceland. We can get sponsored for 2 years and then it goes the whole country.
The catch is that we're sponsored by Iceland, the food store, but we didn't do our research.
Yeah. So we only know facts about the country, not the food stuff.
Yeah.
So Ellie, in turn, would you be able to introduce Alice's character, who they are, what they do, and what would Alice's character's ideal vacay be?
So Alice plays ASMR, the ASMR paladin. This is my usual, so I feel like I'm quite practiced now. She is, a paladin with no memories of where she came from, and she has a clock on her arm that's counting down to, I'm assuming, a day where we get presents, maybe this world's version of Christmas. She kills all of her pets in fits of rage on purpose because she's a terrible person. Ironically enough, her ideal vacation would also be Iceland, but because of all the volcanoes I feel like she'd like to just, in the same way that Pip would go and sit in the Blue Lagoon, ASMR would just go sit in a active volcano, bubbling away.
Wow.
Yeah. The hottest of hot tubs.
Everything's a hot tub if you're brave enough.
Yeah, true. If you've got healing hands on tap.
Wow. Daredevil.
Yeah, there we go. And I suppose all of your past mounts could join you because they are immune to fire.
And also doomed to death.
Yeah, true. So Alice, can you in turn introduce Khalil, his character, what that character does, and Khalil's character's ideal holiday destination?
Chad is a lizard folk wizard with a ancient haunted axe for an arm that is the most toxic relationship in our group. We just want to eventually cut it off him, but don't tell him. And his ideal vacation, I feel like, would be like a boot camp where he can just lift all day and try and be bigger than Aya, which will never happen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
A boot camp holds.
Also, it's not toxic. I'm pretty sure Aldous does love me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's also
Not
quite,
as much as he loves decapitating innocent NPCs.
it's also quite the claim for best toxic relationship, considering Arid and Parter's prior relationship, where he literally dragged him across frozen ice for several miles.
That was him adding toxicity to his and Mike's relationship rather than a relationship in and of itself.
Yeah, that's very true. So, Khalil, can you then finally introduce Annie, their character, what they do, and what would Annie's character's ideal vacation spot be?
Annie is Mike, our changeling sorcerer with a smile and a smile with teeth. She also is like either she is a sex god or like she's sex god fan number one. Either way, there's sex god involved with her. And her ideal vacation spot would probably be Barovia, even though we already left it. But I feel like it's just full of terrors and horrors that Mike would feel right at home in. So
Yeah.
that's Mike.
Inappropriate things for Mike to smile at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And vampires.
Vampires mainly.
Yeah. Groovy. Excellent. Well, let's recap what happened last time. It was a relatively short recap because the party arrived in Suttonshore once more, but things are not as they left them. As they navigate their way through the market and dock areas, they notice that there are wanted signs for all of them, asking for 5,000 gold pieces bounty per head or 250 gold pieces for information leading to their arrest. Unfortunately, Chad's disguise, which is just a very small Chad with the same size Aldous axe, didn't really hold up to scrutiny, and several opportunistic individuals started following the disguised wedding party until they were alone in the warehouse district, where you turned upon them, and with a Voltron-style all coming together and really working your individual skills, you managed to very quickly dispatch the thugs that were following you, the combination of darkness and grease and firing into the darkness and your crocodile swallowing people. Yeah, so it was a good, you've kind of left almost no mess, and that's where we've ended it. So there were, I'd say, at least 24, maybe 36 witnesses to all of this that live in the general area, that now the fighting has stopped, they've kind of retreated back into their own individual domiciles. But you're now left in the street by yourselves in the middle of the warehouse district. What do you do?
Well, we were going
Good
to
question.
right?
Yeah, Mickey Knuckles.
Do you think it's still safe to go there?
A bunch of people saw us, and we very expertly explained ourselves. So I'm pretty sure we don't have anything to worry about with them.
Do you think we should try some like stealthy losing anyone who's trying to follow us kind of deal, or just like don't give up and assume that we're going to get caught whatever happens?
I can cast Pass Without Trace on myself and my companions. So I could just make us invisible for a bit. And we can't be tracked except by magical means.
Okay.
How many can you cast it on? Because there's obviously you four, then there's Bando, and there's Greg's, which is a large creature.
I can
It just
dismiss.
says a veil of shadow and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection.
Oh,
It doesn't say how many.
I see. Is it like a range? Maybe it's a range thing. Like everybody
Um,
within a certain.
for the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you can all huddle in within 30 feet of you, and you can cast Pass Without Trace. So I believe that gives you a
Do
plus 10 to your stealth check.
hmm And
Gravy.
we can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no trace or other traces of
Yep.
its passage.
So you stop shedding skin cells and hair, and your footprints make no mark on the ground beneath you.
Perfect.
Question: did we kill the remaining plug?
They ran away.
They ran again.
I'm assuming to go straight to the university to tell everyone that we're here.
Maybe, or maybe they're just going to run for their lives, figuring it's just not worth tackling with you guys. And that
Yeah.
5,000 gold pieces wasn't enough.
Could
So
be
yeah,
either.
I guess you can all roll stealth checks, except for you, Khalil. You get to roll yours with disadvantage.
Oh no. Do we get plus 10 to whatever we've got?
Yeah, so plus 10, plus whatever your normal bonus is, plus the roll. Oh wow, a 20 and a 19.
Pretty good. I got a natural 20 and then I got a 19.
Yeah.
And it was for deception?
Nope, stealth.
Stealth, sorry. 21.
So plus 10, so 31.
31.
Wow.
So 31 for Cleo, 17 for Annie, 27 for Ellie, and we've got
I have disadvantage anyway, so I had to roll twice. But
Yeah.
they're both the same.
yep. So there we go, 16 for Aya, and then one for Greg's, unless you wish to dismiss Greg's, but Greg's can get the
Yeah, I can do them.
Yeah.
Let me work out what I said.
his stealth would be his dexterity bonus.
It is nothing.
So just a straight 20 plus 10.
28.
Wow, there we go. The
I think
stealthiest
you
of
had
all. Well, nearly as stealthy as Khalil. So the two reptiles just turn invisible on the streets of Suttonshore, whilst Alice, you're sort of clunking along a little bit, and Annie, Mike's, you two are like to the average person, not invisible to the eye, but certainly keeping your identity secret and keeping to the shadows and the back streets of the town until you get to the dock area where Nackle's Tackle is. And when you approach the door is broken in and all the windows are smashed.
Yeah.
Does this look like how it looked when we last left it?
When you last left it, there was a knife through a letter through the door
Yes.
of it, but the windows weren't smashed and the door was intact.
Oh yeah, and we figured out who the letter was from because we went on a pirate adventure with them.
Yes.
Yep.
My husband was dead in the corner, right?
Correct. Yes.
And you guys left me in a bath.
Yes.
Yes.
It was the best place
Yeah.
for you.
And when Pip emerged from the bath and came downstairs, she found Nikki's dead husband in the corner.
You shouldn't have gone to Disneyland.
It's worth it.
I can't believe it was a year ago.
That was the last trip that anybody could have feasibly done before lockdown.
Did
so
very well.
I don't regret it for a second.
Hold on.
It
for
was
that
worth
extra
being
day.
abandoned in a bathtub.
So it very much looks like this place has been done over, as it were. Like you enter into it. It was a tackle shop and a bar, but all of the fishing rods, fishing equipment, all the bait, glasses, snacks, alcohol, tankards, all that kind of stuff, all gone. Like some of the furniture has been broken and overturned, but most of it's been stolen.
Does it look like it was an attack, or like people have just been in and out,
It looks
like
like people.
stealing stuff?
Yeah, it looks like people have been in and out. There's like some graffiti on the wall now. This place has been empty and sort of ransacked for a while.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you die and leave a place unlocked. So, should we assume that? I mean, do we want to go in, or should we just assume that there's no one here?
We could just put a sign in front of it so our franchise extends to Suttonshore. And just
Excellent.
Forgot about that.
The new management.
Yeah.
And the new management, wanted bar staff.
Yeah. And also like a cleaning crew. Just show up and do your work and
Let yourself in.
yeah.
Just clean, and we'll know.
Contact us at, then leave Iris's number.
No.
Literally wanted. Literally wanted from it.
Don't call us,
We're
we'll
not
call
going
you.
to say our names.
Our reputation precedes us. I don't think we need to say.
Okay,
Our
fine. Call Doug at this number.
Doug.
Yeah.
I love the idea of just leaving our phone number. You're gonna find us. We'll be at this place. That's where we sleep in it.
We don't have to answer the phone. We'll just leave it to a voicemail.
That's true. We'll just delete the voicemail.
Leave it anyway.
I mean, there will literally be nothing left inside because everything will be taken. And clearly, if Nikki Nackle is still alive, she's not here.
We didn't really need anything from Nackle Tackle, right? It was just sort of like a safe harbor as to make our base. Do we want to make that our base?
Well, she was just the last person in this town that was alive, and I don't think she is anymore.
Yeah, we have no idea who we can trust. We can't get any information because there's no one else alive that we know, and everyone else wants us dead.
Also, I don't think it's safe for us to go to like a tavern or anything. So maybe we should sleep here.
Yeah, our faces are plastered all over town.
If it's already like empty and derelict, people aren't going to be coming in. So I think it should be safe for us. But I also want us to just investigate upstairs. I don't want us to just think, oh, it's going to be empty.
Yeah.
Because it would be the same if we're upstairs sleeping. I don't know.
Yeah, let's poke our heads around and then try to find a quiet corner and then figure out the plan of attack.
Mm-hmm.
Or not attack. Plan of friends.
Plan of, we have no idea. A plan.
We'll figure out a plan just later. Don't worry about it.
Plan to plan.
Yeah.
Let's snoop around.
Okay, who's going upstairs? Who's staying downstairs?
I can go up.
Yeah.
I'll go up.
You go up.
I'll stay down here and guard the door.
Pip's down.
Yeah, I'll stay down here, but not in the doorway because it seems like people have recognized me more than anybody else. I'll stay out of.
I mean, you can stand behind the bar and nobody will see you because you're
Yeah,
that small now.
I'll explore, I guess, on the first floor to see if there's any trapdoors or secret bookshelves.
So you'll go up as well on the first floor.
That's what I meant.
Oh, wait, are you staying on the ground floor or are you going up to the first floor?
Well, how big is the ground floor?
Well,
Like, it's just a bar, shop, and area.
Then,
There ain't no books in this place.
No.
okay, I'll leave the Greg's will stay downstairs with Pip
Okay.
just in case anything happens.
Okay.
No.
So the dream
You
team of
lumpy.
Pip and Greg's is still stairs.
Just gonna, both eyes are gonna stare at you.
Yeah.
Venus sabotage.
Be nice.
Okay. You three go upstairs. Why don't you all three roll an investigation check for me, please? If only you didn't have that axe.
if only I didn't have that, so I would have gotten a natural 20.
I got 6.
18.
So Cleo, what was your total?
7.
7, 6. So yeah, Cleo and Annie, you sort of root around. It's very much a similar story for you guys. As it was downstairs is upstairs. Like the door that separates the bar area for the living area upstairs is being kicked in. All of their personal effects are gone, have been ransacked. Like the kitchen's been emptied. Like the wardrobe's been emptied. All of their cutlery and crockery and all that kind of stuff's gone. More graffiti up here. It kind of smells a little bit like some like maybe some vagrants have been sleeping here recently and been using it as a combination of like toilet and sleeping area. And Alice, you go into the bedroom, and as you're rooting around, you notice a slumbering figure in one corner, snoring heavily. It looks to be a human in his 60s or 70s, sort of greasy grey beard that's been nicotine stained around the mouth. He's got an eye patch. He's wearing a sort of beanie type hat that's got plenty of holes in it, where wiry grey hair is poking out of. And he's just wrapped himself up in some towels and duvets and stuff that he's found.
I don't recognise him. He's not anyone we've met.
It's not someone that you've seen before.
Okay. I'm gonna. He's sleeping, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call him the upstairs surveillance team.
Okay.
No, I said it like that.
Yeah. So you
Copy that.
you alert Mike and Chad.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't want to wake him. He looks really uncomfortable. You actually.
Yeah.
Should I cast the thoughts app?
I think you already did last.
Still good?
Why are we whispering then?
Oh, I can't. I already ran out of slots.
Oh
Never mind.
no!
Isn't it still active? Must we had it on?
How long does it last for, Cleel?
It lasts for 1 hour.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was still on at this point. Maybe you've got like another 15 minutes left.
Who the fuck is it?
How do we wake him up? Should we throw something at him?
Throw a blanket on him.
Throw a blanket on him.
Just make him more comfortable.
He seems pretty blanketed up already. I think the one thing he doesn't need is more blanket.
Yeah, make him so comfortable he wakes up.
Well, if we do wake him up, should we disguise ourselves further?
Oh yeah, because we're still criminals.
Because we're still criminals? Or should we go for it and intimidate him into telling us stuff? Because we
Yeah, then let's maybe start off friendly.
guess that works.
Yeah. He is sleeping in someone else's house, so he's clearly not, one of the college professors, for example.
You'd hope so.
I can always one idea, which may be stupid. If you two want to go into another room, I can always change back into that little poor girl and be like, "I've lost my parents, and what are you doing here?"
I've lost my parents also. What are you doing here? And do you know anything about the college conspiracy that's going on?
Do you know about the end of the world?
Perfect plan.
I like it better than anything that we have.
I mean, now I wish I had.
Which is
but
nothing.
I don't know what our mission is, so scrap that idea.
Let's just give him a little nudge. Wake him up.
I'm gonna poke him.
He sort of sits up and starts coughing up what looks to be like a sort of yellow-green bile into his hand. He wipes on the front of his jacket and then looks up at you with bloodshot eyes. Burr?
Did you say Burr? We know Burr.
No. He sort of like checks his pockets for his belongings, and then kind of like wraps his cloak back up around him, folds his arms. I ain't got nothing.
We're not trying to steal from you.
Yeah.
I found this place fair and square. You have to go find another room.
How long have you been in here?
How long have you been in here?
Like 20 seconds.
Longer than you, then. So this is my place.
Well,
Them's the rules.
Are you interested in learning a living as a franchisee of a popular chain?
I don't know some of the words that you've said, but
Would
you
like
said
to-
earn? How much money you got, and what's the job?
I don't trust him.
I don't think we've ever got that with any of the establishments that we own, to be honest.
Thoughts that he aligns with our brand. I don't trust him.
He starts blowing his nose on his own sleeve.
Spoopy says, quickly pee on the floor, then it's yours.
By the smell of things in here, that's already happened.
Damn it!
Well, that just plays into our brand as the piss pumps.
We'll make him part of our brand whether he likes it or not.
Your mascot.
To be fun. The interview.
We mean you no harm, friend.
Well, let's ask an interesting fact and his name, right?
Yeah, but we're not gonna murder him just because we know the interesting fact. Okay.
We don't need to. We don't need to murder him right now. He hasn't done anything.
No, just in case. Though.
Is it bad that it takes us this much conversation to determine whether or not we're going to kill somebody? Like, it'd be really fun meeting them.
We mean you no harm, friend. Can we ask what's your name?
Trevor.
Trevor. Strong, bold name.
How do you spell that, Trevor?
T. Ever. Trevor. Trevor.
It's Trevor.
Not even a fantasy twist. Even a silent something.
No, it's Trevor.
Okay.
Can you tell us an interesting fact about yourself, Trevor? Friend.
Roll a persuasion check, Mike.
That actually is really an interview.
Friend.
Yeah.
Friend. No.
Oh, no.
He narrows his eyes and goes, "Are you members of the town guard?" He looks very suspicious of you now.
No.
Oh, we hate those guys.
I ain't telling you nothing. You're not getting anything out of old Trevor here.
Are you a town's guard? Do you like them?
He spits on the floor.
Yeah.
Nah, keep moving me on. Don't let a poor old man sleep anywhere these days. Till I found this place, and this place is mine. So you can naff off.
Can we all spit on the floor?
Oi,
That's his house.
that's my best spitting floor, that is.
We didn't mean to offend Trevor. Sorry.
Do you ever sleep near the university? I don't know. Happen to oversee some major conspiracy.
He looks, gives a 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, I've sleep up there when the weather's a bit nicer.
Do you watch kickball sometimes? When it's happening there?
Sure, who doesn't love a bit of kickball?
Yeah, you heard of the Friendly Boys?
Nah, no. Suttonshore Shark Boy. Man and boy.
Give him a piss card.
He as you're saying that, he pulls his sleeve up and you see that he's got a tattoo of the Suttonshore Sharks, which is like this cartoony shark diving through a ring with the Suttonshore and then sharks underneath it.
Wow. Like England away from tattoo.
I've got a bunch of names, but I don't have where they were.
Why do you look like you're actually searching through a pack of cards? Do you have them?
It's going through my notebook, which is just filled with like weird drawings of Chad and Sebastian and spells.
Well, I've got the references here if you need me to tell you
I've
which ones
got their names, but I don't have which teams they were on.
I do.
Does it show on the cards?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah. If I have...
Basically, I'm going to tell you which one. Do you have Kinnis, Trident Spiker, Ramelith?
Yes. A good card indeed.
Do you?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking you. You got the names. You just don't have anything else.
I put it away.
A good card, indeed.
There's Kinnis, there's Durgan, and then those are the only two Suttonshore Shark.
I have Kinnis Remelith.
You got what?
Kinnis Remelith?
Oh, you do have that. Yeah, then that's the Suttonshore Shark one.
Hey, I got it.
Yeah. The card text says Kinnis or Mr. Ramelith, if you're nasty, is unrivaled when it comes to spiking the ball out of another player's hand and into the goal.
Well, I've got that card, so maybe we should. What do we want to ask him? What do we want to know? Because don't leave it up to me, otherwise I'll just end up losing our piss-covered card.
So I guess either anything remotely. We literally don't know anything that's happened in this town since we left, and they followed us for most of our journey, so they know so much about us. We don't know where Elspeth is. We don't have an update on what's happened in the college, or like I don't imagine this man knows the political innings of that anyway. But we have no information at all, so I feel like anything would help.
Well, yeah. All right. So if you've been sleeping around town, I imagine you.
Trevor, the Lothario hobo.
Fair play, Trevor.
Yeah. I'd imagine you hear things, don't you, Trevor? On the streets, in holes.
I've got ears, don't I?
Yeah. Do you hear things about happenings around town?
Maybe old Trevor does.
Maybe Trevor would like this limited edition Kinnis Ramelith card for his personal collection.
Roll, all of you as in this room right now can roll insight check.
Not great.
Yours with disadvantage, Camille.
Yep. Even.
Ooh.
So 13. Annie, you see, just for a second, a split second, his eyes go wide, and then then his face sort of resets into the stony visage that it was before. Goes, yeah. For heard old Kinnis, Trident Spiker, the golden Triton of Suttonshore Sharks, back in the old days when I was a young boy.
He loves it. He wants
He
it.
loves it.
Well, maybe we could exchange a little information for some memorabilia.
Maybe. What kind of information are you looking for?
All the things that Alice just said. We'd like to know more about what's happened in the last 3 weeks, 6 weeks. How long have we been gone? 4 weeks.
While.
While. What's the scuttlebutt about town? Do you also know anything about
Elsbeth? But this is bringing Pip. Pip, what was your last known description of your dinner date with Elsbeth?
That is a very good question.
So yeah, you met her in a pub up the coast of the on the Eve coast. You showed her the letter. She gave you the scroll to get you back to your friends. She informed you that both of you are being tracked. Well, not tracked, but like hunted in Suttonshore, and it's they know Madame Elspeth. And they're sort of like, after what she knows, they've already killed all of her students, and they're looking to, like, she's the final piece of the puzzle. But now that she's told the rest of you, like the letter that you have from her, like, you're all in trouble now from the people that are kind of been instigating this and trying to keep the research undercover. And then she, for your own safety and for hers, in the same way that you have like cells of people where you don't know what the other cell is doing, so that if you get captured, you can't like be forced to tell on each other. She didn't tell you where she was going, and she didn't care about like where you were going for the same reason. So if one of you got captured, you couldn't be forced to tell on the other.
I report all of that back.
Very informative, thank you. Tim, what is the number on my arm today?
The number on your arm today is T-minus 263 days.
So it was 338 days when we last saw Elspeth.
Nice.
What was that number again?
263.
263. So it's been about a couple of months. If months are a thing in this month.
Yeah, months is still a thing.
Do we need to know the full 6 months, or should we just sort of get a lay of the land from the last?
Not 6 months.
Just 6 months?
You can just say recently. like-
It's been about 75 days,
Yeah.
so 2.5 months ish.
We ask him specifically about happenings at the university or happenings with. Apparently, he doesn't like the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They threw us in jail anyways too.
Yeah. And they never investigated thingy properly. The dead people in the university. So
Yeah.
we can complain about that. We can complain about it. But then also, I think that what you're just saying, that what's going on in the university, guards not investigating things properly, and description of Elspeth and her last known location.
I've got one other question that I want to throw in there too. Is the pirate queen? What was her name?
Regina.
Regina. She disappeared, presumably back to Suttonshore. Do we want to try to find her, or did we burn that bridge?
We can ask.
Like, if he's been around town, presumably Regina would know something about that, and maybe Nackle.
Regina and
Regina at least.
what's the other one's name as well? They both survive.
The Claw.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh, that was Relentless.
Relentless.
Yeah.
And then also the German friend of Mike,
Gentle car.
Gentle Car.
Yeah. If you give us information on all of those things, you might have a chance at having this card.
Cool. Why don't who's going to be the person that talks to him?
Maybe Pip needs to come upstairs.
Aging Pip.
Send in the negotiator.
Rex, you stay downstairs.
Okay. I back away from Greg's while keeping my eye on him the whole time. And then as soon as I get to the stairs, I turn around and really quickly run up them.
It's like when you turn off the light downstairs and then run upstairs to get to the end of the room before the darkness catches you.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, so you leave. It's being quite uncomfortable around Greg's because Greg's radiates a vast amount of heat and is kind of glowing, like almost like magma. Much hotter than any of the other mounts that A has cast before. Anyway, so you run upstairs and you are there and you are going to negotiate. So why don't you roll a persuasion check for me, please?
I feel like next time Pip does a negotiation, we should have her do it outside of the window, like negotiator style, out of a megaphone.
Yeah. Didn't kill my
What was
wife.
your demand?
So with
I
an
only
11,
got an 11.
Yeah. With an 11, he snatches the card from you, and quickly puts it into his pocket, and goes, "Never heard of nobody called Elspeth before, but yeah, there are a bunch of dodgy types up in that UMA. You know, bunch of mages, all la-di-da. We all know magic because of our studying. It's not a very good place to go asking for money or anything around there because the students, you know, they're either poor or they'll just kick you away, or they'll make you do Otto's irresistible dance and laugh at you. So I don't really like going around there no more. What's happened in the last 2.5 months? Well, what hasn't really. Shop obviously got broken into. Dockside's been repaired a little bit. Imperatrix is still sort of made residence in Suttonshore. Yeah, got quite a few leanings and goings. The underground, like the black market's thriving, like more than it was before, despite Imperatrix being around. Seems that they've got a bit of a boost recently. Classes were suspended for about 4 weeks in the UMA. Head of the library got killed. The market area was closed down for a week because there was a bloodbath in there for a while, and some of the food got infected. Some of the people started getting sick quite badly. Also, the Navy has been pushing out a little bit further as well. Fishing's been up. What else do you want to know? Some high society things happening soon.
Can I do an insight check when he said that he didn't know much about the university?
Yeah. You can roll for that.
You should also ask him if he knows anything about the people on the wanted posters.
Who? Natural 20, so 25.
So you think it's genuine that he is sort of keeps away from the UMA facility now. He thinks that they're genuinely like the it's not very good earnings for him around there, and that students tend to be quite aloof around poorer people.
Okay. And then can I ask him what? I'm sorry if you guys know what this means. The Imperatrix.
Oh, that's that person that was like a lawmaker that came to town and was really harsh.
Yeah, they're like hardline, super moral people that used to be like when society broke down thousands of years ago, that were put in place to keep all of the towns and cities and stuff from like descending into like eating themselves, both figuratively and literally sometimes. And so these high elves were installed as like roaming sheriffs basically, and unfortunately got so much power that even when normal law and order got re-established in the world, they stuck around, and so they still able to visit towns and cities and stuff, and they can even close down smaller settlements, and they've got enough backing behind them that they've got like a small army basically. But they are like very hard line, like no drinking, no partying, all that kind of stuff.
Can I then also ask more about? You said that the black market was thriving. What with?
No, just not anything specifics. But there has been an increase. Like, don't know. Like, there's been the hand around their throat has been loosened a little bit. They've been allowed to operate a little bit more freely in the town.
Who normally is in charge and stops them?
Normally, a town's guard, and then the council of Suttonshore above them.
And what do you think has happened to them recently?
Don't know really. Don't know.
What is the black market, and like what do they typically trade, or where do they usually hang out? Do you know anyone that we could get in contact with if we wanted something weird?
You know, I've got a few contacts in that, but what's in it for old Trevor?
The card in your pocket, Trevor.
Oh, and I bought you information. I didn't buy you an introduction.
How about a bottle of vodka?
What did you say?
How about a bottle of vodka?
Oh, I thought you said a bollock something.
Intimidation.
About right bollocking. Bottle of vodka. His eyes lighten up when he said a bottle of vodka. Yeah, sure. Sounds pretty good. This place is drier than a whale's bone.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, if you want that bottle of vodka, there's still more questions.
Mm-hmm.
You're not done yet.
Also, you get the vodka after the introductions have been made.
How about you show the bottle of vodka to old Trevor so he gets his little eyes on it first. Make sure you're not spitting lies.
How about I'll do you one better. I'll give you half a shot now.
Yeah, all right, deal.
Okay, keep him talking. I don't want to like show the vodka because then he might steal it. So I'm just going to scoop it.
You don't think he is much of a threat, but sure, you can definitely hide it behind you.
Becomes like this weird eldritch tentacle thing and steals vodka and disappears to another dimension. God damn it, not again.
Countdown on your arm quickly goes to 0.
It's your half a shot.
Sure, half a shot. It's like basically nothing. But he quickly takes it from you and downs it in one.
Do we know that you were carrying around a bottle of vodka?
Always have a bottle of vodka.
Is that stock from our own bars?
This is from one of the first. No, I think this is from Count Fagan's bar. Because when I was
The
like
Dusty Lantern.
when I was
There's no R bar.
getting overnight, I was like, also I want extra vodka.
Right.
Yeah, it's been rocking around in a bag for a little while, like 3 or 4 months.
I forgot about it.
So he seems happy to answer them.
You also mentioned that people were getting sick.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, a bunch of people like having the fresh fruit and vegetables and meat and stuff from the market got real sick, and they had to quarantine like the whole area off for a little while.
What happened to them? Were they just like vomiting sick, or were they like?
No,
deathly
this is
sick?
worse than that. This is some kind of demonic shit.
Where did
that
the
sounds like-
fruit? Yeah, where did the fruits come from that were?
Well, that's the thing. They
Infested.
were from all different stalls and all different places in the market. There was freshly baked bread, and there was like fish and stuff, and there was fruits and vegetables, and all myriad of stuff. But it all seemed to be tainted.
When was that? Exactly.
Old Trevor's brain, so old now. It's difficult to remember. Maybe a little half a shot of vodka, just loosen the gears a little bit.
What,
Loosen the gears a little bit. I could tell you a little bit more.
is there any chance that it's the bird sickness? The area.
That's a good shout. I was thinking, did we accidentally do something when we killed the pupae?
Also a good shout.
I was thinking, like, you know what happened to, was Mildred born with that demonic shit, or is that something?
What did
someone
they
did?
do?
So many.
She can only make peaches, right?
But when she touched stuff,
Well, you only saw her make one peach tree once.
Yeah,
So-
didn't she say that it was different every day? That it was just like
She did say that, yeah.
Never mind. Maybe it was
like
no
Crystal could be. It could be she shows up one day as a bread seller, the next day she's a peach woman again.
They were all my questions.
So
Did
Trevor
we-
still looks hopeful.
Sorry. Just what the other thing I asked about pirate woman.
Ask for what?
Regina.
Regina.
Oh, Regina
yeah.
Hardigan. No, it's about the Trevor looks a little bit more crestfallen now that he knows that he's not going to get another shot. So Mike's shut him down immediately. Yeah, that's why the Navy's been pushed out, because the pirates have not been around as much.
So no sign of her. Sorry.
No. It's not made
Yeah.
port in the last sort of few months.
Interesting.
I'm still no clearer as to like what's happened.
No,
Same.
because didn't she teleport somewhere with the rock? So presumably she would want to teleport somewhere close to where all her pirate friends are, so it's weird if she's not trying to.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured she would have come back to Suttonshore because I guess that's where we found her. So maybe there's a secret pirate island that we haven't found yet.
Maybe there is.
I bet they like us out there.
With legendary crab.
Hey.
Well, should we see if you can get us into the black market? Is that gonna help us find information?
It's either going to help or it's going to open a new kind of worms for us.
Most likely. But maybe the black market can at least keep us under cover of darkness while we try to figure shit out. Maybe.
The
A
alternative
legendary crab
having
approaches.
accomplished nothing. So
Yeah.
Uh,
Can we change our disguises to something new?
We should put a sign up on the door so that way if anybody asks, we can claim that it is our franchise. And he's just a
We'll say
bad
that.
franchise owner, Trevor.
it's just the manager.
Yeah.
Just wanted to thank Spoopy Milk Penguin for 25 bits for playing a legendary crab approaches.
Yeah, under new management. Cool, Doug.
Oh,
What do you want to do about the fact that it's been broken into?
should we just board up the window? Say renovations underway.
Yeah, it's also Trevor's job now as manager. So.
Yeah, I think we should just leave it up to him.
But do we want to incentivize it at all for him, and not just let him sleep and pee on the floor in the roof?
No more peeing on the floor. Pee outside or pee in the toilet. Please.
Yeah, there is a fully functioning bathroom because we put Pip in the bath, so I know there's no excuse.
Yeah, should we try to get him on board as a franchisee with this exciting new business opportunity?
Yes.
After
So
anything-
I do worry about him running the bar, so we should hire a barman.
hire a barman to protect the stock from the manager.
Yeah. That's what all barmen are, right?
Well, yeah, we can put up a help wanted sign then, like you said,
Yeah.
With no phone number.
with no phone number. Just
Just start.
Interviews with manager.
yeah.
You know, it was broken into. Was with things like stolen? Can we tell what they were looking for, or was it literally just a break in to look for like money and stuff?
Yeah, it looks like it's been broken into initially, and then people have just wandered in and then like scooped up what was left over and over again until nothing was left.
Okay. Trevor, friend Trevor.
Yeah.
We are owners of a thriving tavern, pub, bar business, franchise business, and we'd like to franchise this one out. So if you remain here and you can have accommodation upstairs indefinitely while you remain manager, do us a favour in your new role and board this place up and put a sign that says under new management, blah 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 blah, and we'll.
Trevor, what was your last job? What did you do?
I was a trumpetman.
Trumpetman. All right. Well, we could make this a musical bar if you're looking to not sleep in your own piss.
Oh, Trevor's never streamed of such luxury before.
Well, Trevor, do
Wait,
we
again, Trevor, there's a bathroom.
He looks confused.
franchising from us only costs 20 gold pieces.
Oh, I've never even seen 20 gold pieces. What are you talking
We
about?
will front you the 20 gold if you just pay us back.
Oh, you could give me 20 gold?
Yeah, but then you get back to us. So you're paying us the 20 gold.
Wait, what?
So then you are now the proud franchisee of the Golden Showers Inn. And you'll make the profit off of whatever this place makes. We just take 50%. So you just send that to us via Stony Tony's or
I don't know
Are
what
there
that
banks?
is.
how do we
I think for now, what's going to be easiest for Trevor is if all we do is get him to board the place up for now, and maybe he can interview some people for bar work while he practices his trumpet.
I feel like he could run a smooth golden shower.
I don't.
Yeah, I trust him.
That makes me feel sick.
We'll be back. Yes, Trevor.
This is a franchise. Do I have permission to change the name of the pub from the Golden Showers?
No.
Let's hear him out. What's your suggestion?
Trevor's Tinkle Tavern.
I
Yes,
mean,
approved.
yeah.
Approved.
Some
Change approved.
Yep.
I've signed off.
Cool.
Yeah, we're trusting you. So any money that this place makes, you get to keep half of it, and then the other half of it, just put it in a vault or something.
Sounds
Okay.
brilliant. Yeah, I'm in.
We'll be back in the future to collect.
Yeah, totally. I'm down.
We will be back
I'm
to
in.
Trevor's Tinkle Tavern.
Yeah. Trevor.
We're putting our faith and trust in you, so don't let us down, Trevor.
Oh, and if Nikki Nackle shows up, she can be the bar manager.
Okay. He stands up, and it is an uncomfortable amount of time it takes him to stand up. There's a lot of huffing and puffing and wheezing. But eventually he stands to his full 5'3", and then gives you a salute. I won't let you down, bosses.
Oh,
And can we shake on it? I'd like your word, please.
Yep.
I need a man's word and shake.
He reaches out with his fingerless Fagin gloves, and gives you a handshake.
As you know, once this pub is the hub of all activity in this town, you might hear some information that might be useful to us. So, just you make sure to give us a call, leave a voice message because we won't answer it, and just give us an update on the rumours you're hearing every now and again.
I don't know how to give you a call, or how.
What if we bought you your very own / company work phone?
Sure, sounds great. I never had one of those before.
Do they sell
Do you
them on the black
promise-
market?
I think they can get almost anything on the black market for a price.
Yeah.
Do you promise not to give it to anyone else or give anyone else the password?
I promise, boss.
Okay. We'll come back with your very own Iris / Stony Tony / whatever it is.
He's got to take us to the black market, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
you take us and then we'll come back.
Right, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
excellent.
Oh wait, do we want to change disguises, or are we just vibing?
Yeah.
I'm fine as Doug.
I forget this entire time you've been dressed as Doug, the ginger-haired halfling.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take off my wedding dress.
Don't I recognise you?
And I'm gonna put on a mustache and a bowler cap and a trench coat.
Can I see if any of what's its disguises are around still? Because I
Well,
remember.
A disguise kit is something that you can have in D&D. So, first of all, does anybody have a disguise kit on them? As part of their
Yeah.
equipment
It
list?
literally against my entire being.
I do.
Oh, you do? There you go. So, Chad's got a disguise kit.
You can use mine because I'm going to put on Pip's wedding dress because my disguise wasn't working before.
Oh, that'll be much better. Yeah.
Okay, how long does Enlarge Reduce last for? Because it's been about an hour since you cast it originally.
It lasts for up to 1 minute.
Oh right, okay. So yeah, you were small for 1 minute, and then no wonder people recognized you so quickly.
No longer it didn't work. All right. Well, maybe I might not fit his wedding dress.
Did none of us notice? That's cute. It's a weird thing.
Chad was just standing quite far away from the group
Yeah.
the entire time.
the cows.
You can still use my disguise kit.
Thank
Maybe I'll reduce myself for another minute.
Very small. Okay, so I think you need proficiency in using a disguise kit to use a disguise kit, which you have proficiency in.
Yep.
So you'll have to disguise people. You've got to be the disguiser, even if you're not the disguisee.
Well, you can draw Pip's mustache as well.
Yeah. But didn't we draw mustaches on the things that look like?
Oh no! You look more like.
The ultimate self-own.
The ultimate self-sabotage. Okay, scratch the mustache.
Fantastic. How about we be the sailors or Navy people?
Do you like disguise yourself with fake tattoos and
Yeah,
eye patches and stuff?
a lot of anchor-based memorabilia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay.
I think I can do that.
So I think Mike, you're good as Doug, aren't you? You
Yeah.
just change your appearance ad hoc, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry, quickly. Khalil Badges and Spoons says, now seeing Chad as E.T. with a ghost costume / lizard in a
Definitely.
Sorry, yes, Doug.
Yeah. When Chad reduces, he does look like E.T.
Doug, shouldn't you change what you look like though? Because the survivor did see you as Doug trying to murder him. So even Doug's not innocent anymore.
Oh no.
You could be Trevor. Oh wait, Trevor's coming with us.
Trevor's brother.
I will go back to.
Robot.
I'm going to go back to being the little girl.
Okay. Bing bang boom. You are.
We're just a bunch of pirates with a little girl. Nothing suspicious
And
here.
this homeless
I'm
man.
an orphan.
So Cleo, I'll need you to roll. If you can use a sky scale on yourself, you can do that too.
Yep. If I have proficiency, do I still have to roll with disadvantage, presumably?
What does it say? Let me just double check. I think this would be a skill check, wouldn't it?
I would assume. I can't. It just
It'll
shows
show
it as
level
this
1.
guy's hit on mine when I click on proficiency.
Yeah. Disadvantage on ability checks. Ability checks. Yeah, it's everything to do with abilities. So yeah, it would be.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
All right. So am I doing it one outfit at a time or overall?
One outfit at a time.
Shit. All right. Well, who wants to go first?
Sure.
There you go. Hey, steps up.
Hey.
Hey.
Off to a good start. What's the bonus to it?
I think a performance bonus.
Performance.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Double
you got a
15.
20. You're looking
there you
good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you look like a hardened sailor type. You've got like these anchor tattoos and like mum heart tattoo, and you've got as many eye patches as you want.
Excellent. As many.
Yeah,
Not surely two with mine.
Yeah.
That's many eye patches.
You've got like a billowy shirt and pantaloons, and you've moved your mace down from its normal position to like a more swashbuckly style, like a coup de main.
Has he managed to hide my eyes?
Yeah, with both eye patches.
Oh, yes, cool.
But it's all cut out of the eye patches so you can still see where you're going.
Excellent.
Very piratey.
Okay, it's better than usual.
Yeah. Who's next? Okay, Pip. Yeah, go for it. This guy's Pip.
Well, sorry. 12.
12. 12's not bad. But you definitely sort of like used all your good ideas on Aya.
But you still look like a pirate, right? Or like a Navy person.
Yeah, you still look like a privateer, but you struggle to kind of hide Pip's like grung look as well as successfully as Aya. Aya can being more. There's more races that look similar to what Aya does as opposed to like grungs. It's a little bit more difficult for you to turn them to pirates. She still looks like a pirate, Pip, but it's difficult to hide a red-skinned grung. But we'll remember that number 12 if anybody like scrutinizes you, Ellie. And then finally, your good self.
12. Hey,
Yeah.
12.
Similar thing. Yeah, you kind of run out of steam. You're a lizard man. You got an axe for an arm. Yeah, you kind of like. There's not a huge amount you can do with what you've got left. You definitely use all the best transfers on Aya, and you kind of left with.
Is in charge then in terms of leading the masquerade.
Excellent.
Cool.
That went significantly better than I thought it would be. Just
That could have been worse.
No,
Although Cleo will say your left arm, which is your non-axe arm, I believe, you're still black.
oh yeah, that's right. That was my
Curse for today.
curse for today. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go to a black market and buy ourselves a company phone.
Okay. Trevor will lead you out. He'll go through.
Trevor?
What do you say?
Do we need to disguise Trevor?
He's not wanted currently.
Okay. Oh yeah. I guess. Well, he had trouble with the law.
Oh, he just says he doesn't like them, but he doesn't seem to be like They keep moving him on, but he's not. Well, he's probably spent a little bit of time in jail, but currently he's not on the wanted list.
We need him to make the intros.
Also, he's a respected business owner now, so.
So he takes you through the warehouse district. So you've gone a little bit more north. You went all the way down to the dock side. He's leaning you a little bit more back, kind of almost back the way you came, through some alleyways, and there is a large stables. It's a big open plan thing on the bottom. There's hay everywhere. There's a bunch of people like working on carts and stuff. It's a very, very busy place. There's probably at least like 8 people working on like different types of carts and carriages, stabling horses, farrowing, so like putting shoes on horses and stuff, bridles and things. There's people going in constantly in and out for packages and stuff. That's all on the ground floor, and it's all, like I said, quite open up. Above, the place is all about maybe 120 foot by maybe 80 foot in depth and length. And the first floor, is all wooden construction, so wooden beams, wooden paneling, and then there are big glass windows, all segmented by lead framing above. And there is an office type area where you go into at the back of all of the cart rights business. He leads you through. A few of the people working on the carts and stuff give Trevor a nod, and he nods to them and just throws a thumb back at you guys. They let you through and go into the office area. And Trevor says to the person that's sitting on the chair reading a newspaper, he says, I've got some people that want to make a withdrawal, if you know what I mean. And he winks. And the tiefling looks over the top of the newspaper. The tiefling's wearing like a leather waistcoat and leather trousers, leather high boots, and a white billowy shirt. He goes, no, Trevor, you do not have to wink when you say this. Kind of gives the whole thing away. You know where they are. He goes through the back door, goes up a staircase, and there are 2 guards standing either side, but not guards as in the Suttonshore guards, but people guarding the entrance. They look like hired thugs. One of them is a Goliath, so one of the very few ones you've seen this far away from the Shattermounts, and the other one is a half-orc. Trevor nods to them, and they stand to one side, and you go through the door. Inside, there is a big, quite plush office that is like dark oak and red leather, and there is someone sitting behind this big desk facing the door that is currently got like some half moon glasses on, going through ledgers and ledgers of documents and stuff. And Trevor whispers to you, yeah, all right, this is your introduction. I've got you in.
Okay. Do you want to introduce us?
Yeah, you need to make the introduction.
He says, hello, sir. Hope you're not too busy. Hi. The person behind the desk seems to ignore Trevor for an uncomfortable amount of seconds. When he gets to the end of the sentence, closes his large tome that he was reading through, his big ledger, and sets it to one side. It is an older woman, maybe of some kind of elven heritage. Might be a wood elf, or it might be a half elf of indeterminate lineage. And she beckons you both in. She's wearing like a very high Mandarin collar, all dressed in navy. She's yes, Trevor. I see you brought some friends with you. Pirate friends, I assume. Kind of looks at Aya and then wrinkles her nose when she sees Chad and Pip.
Did
That's the introduction.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess we have to introduce ourselves then, Trevor.
Sorry, I'm new at this. He straightens himself up. My name's Trevor of Trevor's Tinkle Tavern. And these are my associates. And he kind of trails off.
Is this?
Because you haven't told him his name. Yeah, you haven't told him your names. So you can't
I'm
make
not going to
them.
accept that. Trevor, you've forgotten our names already. I'm sorry.
Why didn't you tell me your names?
And who is this that you are introducing us to?
This is the broker.
What's their name?
That's their name.
The broker.
Yes.
Okay, then hi, broker, we are the friendly boys. That's it.
That's all you need to know.
Everyone roll an inside check.
Trevor, you're making us look dumb.
Trevor, we're going to have to do some manager training, business training.
Look, I've only ever come here to get some coke.
Trevor.
I hope they didn't give you. This is how you introduce.
I rolled 17.
Okay, Ellie, you didn't want to notice there is when you introduce yourself as a friendly boys, there is a flicker of recognition in the broker's eyes.
We have a reputation, shit. I forgot.
Yes. Please, sit yourselves down. I assume you've recently arrived on a ship? Looking for trade?
I can see that you have heard of us. Our reputation precedes us, we hear.
But she's got a panic button.
Your ship is of some renown. Yes.
Our ship. Yes, our ship. Because we are pirates.
Indeed.
What's the talk of us in this town recently?
As you know, your fellow sea people have not been around for a few months, and the people that are, shall we say, have influence in this town have been glad that you and your ship have not been around for a while.
And have you been glad that we've been out at sea recently?
Until this date, I have not met your crew before. I won't say that your voyages have not been of interest to me, but we have yet to meet acquaintances.
Is this a safe place for us to regale our time on the water? Or should we speak in a more private location, a more pirate location?
I believe if you wish to shed yourselves of any, shall we say, costuming, then maybe it will be good for us to have some privacy if this is the way that you wished for it to go. I, however, am more than comfortable to communicate with you in this current facade.
I simply do not know as to what costumes you are referring to.
Merely your land accoutrement that you currently are presenting to me. I'm sure that when you are at sea, you look different and act different.
That's an interesting observation you've made. Tim, are there other people in this room other than us and Trevor?
No, you, Trevor. The door's closed and the guards are on the other side. It's just her in this room.
And were there lots of people outside the room that could hear in?
So you're on the first floor, and this is apparently the only room on this first floor, apart from the staircase and the corridor that you went up. So, and there's the windows on all three sides.
I think if we are to sit down and talk of our tales, then maybe we should, as you suggested, move to a more private room in the building, if there is one.
Very well. Do you wish your companion Trevor to join us?
I trust Trevor with my life.
Her eyebrows kind of like raise slightly, but nods. She reaches into, well, opens a drawer on the desk, reaches inside, and you hear the sound of a crank being turned. And as it does that, all of the windows, which are almost floor to ceiling, like vertical windows, there are thick blinds that come down as she's rotating this crank. And as it comes down to the floor, she gets up from her desk and stands on the opposite side of the desk near you and starts reciting a spell. Now, the spellcasters here, which is technically all of you, can all roll an Arcana check if you want.
Oh no, we're being cursed.
I got a 14.
14.
Mike, you're muted.
Got a 0.
Oh, 0.
21.
21. 14, 21,
11.
11. So, let me just double check the level of the spell.
I hope she's doing something nice.
I feel like there's a good chance, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
In thoughts that while this is happening, do we trust Trevor with our lives, or should we
No. Definitely.
blindfold and muffle his ears?
We could
You
just give him the bottle of vodka so that he can just
Okay.
now. And think, I don't. It's not that I don't trust him because I think that he'll betray us. I think that he's just a bit of an idiot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
agreed.
Mhm.
I mean, he did come
And you
up
can't
with
blame someone for that.
Trevor's Tinkle Tavern, so he's not a total idiot.
Yeah, he's on board with us at least.
Clearly got a marketing brain.
So, it's a... I wonder if... Yeah, so she's going to have to
Kill us.
touch each and every one of you when she does this.
I don't.
It's one
consent.
action, so it takes 6 seconds per person. Yeah, she's casting. She goes up to Ellie, you. She places a hand on your shoulder. And then she
Okay.
goes to Aya, places a hand on your shoulder. You've got enough to know that... Oh no, it's 3rd level. So 11. No, you don't know what she's casting. Then Muic, she touches you, and you know that she's casting a spell called Non-Detection. So what this spell does is, for the duration, you hide a target that you touch from divination magic.
Sorry, did the 14 cover that? Because I'd like to tell her to touch herself.
Yes. 14 does cover that, and you can tell her to touch herself. She
Nice.
pauses and nods, and then finally casts it on herself. She's
Cool.
also cast it on Trevor, by the way.
After this, we should get her to teach one of us that spell because that seems very useful. Yeah, especially against these people that are just obsessed with following us wherever we go.
Touch yourself, touch yourself, touch yourself.
Thank you, Spoopy Milk Penguin, for 25 bits to play Touch Yourself.
Somebody had to. Thanks,
Yeah.
Booby.
Good advice, one.
So it's actually a spell that both the ranger and the wizard have in their repertoire anyway, and it's a 3rd level spell. So it's definitely something you can learn anyway.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, so there we go. You are now in a blackout room. The torches illuminate, magical torches, and you're all protected from divination. And she says, I believe we can all lower our facade now. You are the band of ne'er-do-wells that they have branded in this town, also known as the Friendly Boys.
We prefer heroes to ne'er-do-wells.
Also, kickball champions.
Most importantly.
I mean, I haven't seen you on the local roster. Your name
that's
hasn't been in any of the
because
leagues.
We beat the university team, and now they're embarrassed, so they won't invite us back to any more
That's
games.
actually why we're being hunted down.
Yeah.
We've been travelling
I've
the
heard different.
we've been travelling the world, touring on our kickball championship tour.
I see.
You watch her, as they say.
I do not deny that you are indeed accomplished kickball personages of repute in your own field. Not really my area of expertise. I assume you have come here for reasons that you can't go to any other, let's say, more front-facing establishments.
I feel as though, I mean, you have cast us into this safe space, so I feel like we should be able to talk honestly as trusted new acquaintances.
Of course.
Obviously, you know why we left. Question.
Well, I'm aware of the wanted posters out for your arrest. Trevor's
Trevor, just drink.
It's
okay,
been
give
a
him the
big
bottle of
day
vodka, and he's just like.
You'll have to forgive our friend. He's just become a business owner, and he's very overwhelmed. How do we know we can trust you to not kill us or turn us in?
Because though the bounty on your head is substantial, I know from first-hand experience that deals with people of your talents, especially as far afield as you may have gone, your business over the long term is more profitable to me than the short-term 10,000 gold pieces that I would get from handing you in. It's also not good practice to really undercut my my client base either.
The honest answer, and I appreciate that. Is there any information you can give us that might help us?
Well, now we're getting into the business side of things. And she goes back around to her leather chair and sits down, and it sort of creaks, and she puts her boots up onto her oak table. She goes, everything in this room has a price.
Same with us. We are easily bought, but
Sorry, I'm saying we're not called the Friendly Boys for that.
it's very true.
Indeed. So, first of all, what do you want to know? Second of all, what do you have in payment?
Let me confer with my friends, and then we'll just stare silently at each other.
Stand in a circle and just look at each other uncomfortably in the eyes.
So in Thoughts app, I
don't know
mean,
what she wants. What do you think she would want? Is there anything that we know that would help her?
Probably information, right? There's probably information that we have that she would want. And we've also got a ton of gold that we just got.
we have a ton of gold, and also I know we just hired Trevor as our manager, but we do need like an actual manager. And she seems like a good businesswoman, so maybe we could entrust Trevor's Tinkle Tavern to the
Or
to her empire.
yeah, we can offer it as like a money laundering service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you the bad
So
guys?
from her, hey, we're not money laundering. We're just facilitating.
We just franchisees of
You're
money
just happy to
laundering.
accept payment to use the business that you have as a money launderer.
I started this
Different.
business from the ground in an honest way, and now it's money laundering.
I think that would be more valuable to
Didn't you steal it
Are
from
we
the
the bad
people?
guys?
Look, I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't that how you started?
It was an honest death. Yeah.
So from her, we could probably get some information about the university, and then I also want to know if she knows about any other people in the village or town who
might be on our side as well.
That's a good show.
But is there anything else that we want to get from her?
I feel like it might be pointless to ask about the pirates to her because it'll cost us too much, and it might be something that they're too far away anyway to be any helpful, is it?
She might know other black market operators. Didn't you guys lose your necklaces from a black market that disappeared into the ether? Like maybe she has a backdoor communication with other black markets that we could get in with.
That's a good shout. And what information are we willing to give her?
Whatever we know, right? There's nothing that we're trying to keep proprietary at this point.
I
No.
think if we knew anything, I don't know if we'd even remember what we knew.
Know where
Very
there's
good.
a big giant squid that's living. We know where there's a black hole that you can just send people to presumably die.
No, we should keep that.
You hold on to that one.
Yeah. Black hole is ours. You could tell them about. I mean, I don't know if the frozen land places are too far away to be of any interest to her, but I feel like lots of stuff happened while we were there, like whole goblin royalty lineages were destroyed and thrown into a black hole. That's got to mean something to someone.
Yeah, and I think there is an army of zombies marching towards presumably
That as well.
Should we stick for now, unless she asks us for more information? Should we stick to just information about the university and the town? And then
and other black markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the information that we know as well, if she does ask. Keld. You knew Keld. It's a thing though.
New code. Yeah. Okay. So after we have been stood in a circle, wide-eyed, not blinking, gesturing,
Like 3 minutes straight.
we turn back.
Yeah. Okay.
What to know our price, we need to know what sort of information you have to offer. But we will be honest, we don't have many friends in this town, and we are relying on help to be able to do anything further here. So even though this is a business exchange, hopefully we can both benefit from it,
It
and
can lead
hopefully
to
we can have a new trusted friend here.
She ponders what you've said to her. She says, "Well, you can be friends of the broker's black ring. You can become agents in the field. I could welcome you into the black market if that's something that you're interested in. Representative with us. I can certainly give you places to go, things to deliver, and then on that behalf, I'll accept you into the inner circle of the black market. Of course, that will take time and trust, and is proviso on your moral flexibility, which I don't think you have too much trouble with, from what I know of you.
We are very moral, good people. But the issue that we do have, since we're okay, this is a trusted friendship now. I'm going to tell you everything. My friend here has a clock on her arm that's counting down to the end of the world. So even though we have loose morals but no time, so we will do things for you, but we don't have much time to play about. But what we can offer you is a 20% share of Trevor's share in to Trevor's Tinkle Tavern, where you can safely and discreetly run your business out of.
I definitely think this is a good start to a negotiating relationship. Also, just want to say thank you to Spook Milk Penguin for 25 bits for playing the Assmaster sound alert. She says, okay, well, certainly, I mean, I do have numerous businesses that I won't go into in this conversation that I have around town that facilitates the operation of the black market above ground. Another one would be beneficial. I mean, ultimately, this is kind of for the amount of money that the black market deals in, negligible. I don't want to undermine the kind of businesses that you own, but it is something. I'm not going to say no to it. But just know that we deal in things that are a little bit more hard to come by and more valuable than just what is effectively monetary.
But have we told you that we're franchising?
No, that's good. We can also probably negotiate this if that's kind of the route that you want to go down. We could probably put a price on this franchising, like how much money, the income that I would take, and how much then I can launder in, which would obviously garner some faith in the black market. Yes, you have your hand up, little girl.
He thought that. Girl. If we're negotiating over all of the franchises, then like this takes more time to consider. So I don't want us to agree on
we'll come back to the franchising aspect of this maybe later on in our friendship.
Like I said, I deal in more in agency, so people that feet on the ground. You yourselves travel great distances. This can help me getting items of interest from Suttonshore under the noses of the guard and the UMA and the council out into the field, to places that are a little bit more difficult for my average agents can do. That's valuable to me. Any magical or items of curiosity as well, these are of interest to the black market. These two things would garner you more credit, if you will, and therefore trust in my organisation.
How about we say we're willing to discuss taking goods to different places? As you said, we go far. But first, I feel like we do need to know how you can help us backwards the other way. So maybe could you give us some information about what's been happening at the university since we've been at sea?
Absolutely. I mean, you don't need to use the at sea thing anymore. I think we're all we all know whom each other is.
So we were at sea for a while.
Very well. Although my sources indicate that you, in fact, were the only one that was not at sea.
How do you know that?
Again, it's my business to know these things.
How deep do we have to be in this room to know that? Because that seems like good information to have.
Are you thought tapping that?
A legendary
No, sorry.
craft.
I was like, are you talking to them or me?
I'm just legitimately thinking.
I'm not going to lie, it's pretty deep. It's definitely not going to be an overnight thing. You're going to have to prove yourself with some more surface level operations going forward. But from what the information that I can provide you, any information that you need, I can provide you.
Okay.
My resources in Suttonshore are near infinite.
So, without telling the whole story, actually, can I just give her a rundown of what happened to us at the university and the fact that we were being spied on and that Tethys is dead?
Yeah.
And that we know that no one was investigating the death of Thaddeus.
Yep.
And I just want to know what she thinks about all of that, and if she knows any more information than what I gave her just now.
So I appreciate your candor. This is something that you maybe could have bartered with, potentially. However, I was aware of the majority of it. Yes.
I think it's a freebie.
Thaddeus and his colleagues are something of a dirty secret that the UMA has been trying to cover up. But I do have people in place inside the UMA that have been reporting on this. The toughest thing, although more recent, also was something that was almost leaked by the UMA when he was found beaten, bloody, and killed in Dr. Spine's office. So we were aware that Tethys has been murdered. But I'm curious as to know as to why you have this information.
Thoughts up. Was I the one to murder Tethys?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well.
You shot him at like point blank range with your longbow several times.
But he started it, so I feel bad.
Is he the one that you tied up?
He tried to poison you with tea, but you realised it at the last moment.
The Richard.
So, as I so willingly gave information away earlier, this is a piece of information that I am giving now with the understanding that I'll get information back because of this.
Indeed. So, things you probably already know. Dr. Spine is dead. I know this because you were at the scene, though you left rather sharpishly out the back. What you may not know is that Professor Spine was killed by agents of Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
Yes, indeed.
And what might that mean?
The cult of Asmodeus are the necklaces that he gestures to the little girl, aka Mike, and your person that's not with you currently, Parter. Those were the symbols of Asmodeus that you were wearing.
Who the fuck is this woman?
We were under the belief that those necklaces belonged to the Scuttle.
Yeah, the Scuttle Ship 7 indeed were agents of Asmodeus and part of their cult.
And what do the Asmodeans want?
The cult of Asmodeus wants Asmodeus to become the one true god.
Oh God, oh God.
And that's why they don't like us talking about the old gods.
That's, well, potentially, although mention of the old gods generally is a taboo subject in most civilized places.
Tim, do I recognise Asmodeus from the book, or was it?
No, Asmodeus is not mentioned in that book. Like, you've read it back to back now. You know all of the gods. Asmodeus is not in that.
Okay.
Not mentioned at all. Although, I do want you to do I want you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
+9, I get +5 as well.
+9, +5.
+9, +5. Well, it's the plus saving throws, the plus number in there, that's what you add, right? But there's no secret other. Okay. And then I get +5 on all saves.
Okay. Wow. You get +14. I've got a feeling you're going to pass this. In fact, I don't think you can fail this because the DC is... Yeah, I mean, even rolling a 6, 20, yeah. Asmodeus triggers in you another vision that you've not had in a while.
1,000 mushrooms.
Yeah, it's 1,000 mushrooms. 1,001 mushrooms you have. No. You get... well, first of all, everybody else starts feeling rather warm when they don't know where it's coming from, and when you all turn around, you see that Aya is closed her eyes, but she's like radiating heat, like a lot of heat right now. So much so that the oak wood beneath her and the oak wood paneling on the walls start to blister and pop. It gets to a point where you can't stand anywhere near Aya anymore. You have to start moving away. Smoke starts pouring out from her feet on the ground as her boots start burning into the wood itself and start setting little fires. And what normally was smoke that pours out of her eyes turns to flame. And we'll leave it there, I think. We are past the time.
So antisocial.
So casual.
What is your problem?
At least it's consistent with my pets for once.
Indeed. So I'd like to thank everyone in Twitch chat for joining us this evening, and thank everyone for watching us on YouTube, and just a general thanks to everybody out there. And not, don't know where I was going with that, but especially my players. So it's Khalil, Alice, Ellie, and Annie. If you'd like to plug your social media, now's an amazing time to do so. Khalil, where can they find you? Not on the internet.
At Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, the what?
Caribbean.
Oh, right, yeah. Caribbean. Yeah, got it. Alice, where can they find you?
I'm at ALECYE.
And Ellie, how about you?
I'm at Ellie Bath.
And Annie, where can they find you on the internet?
I'm at Annie_Squirrel. And Tim, how about you?
You can find us at Crit the Bed on all the social media places that count. You can also find us every Tuesday, same time, on twitch.tv/Crit the Bed Show, 8 p.m. GMT, and occasionally on Sundays. So it won't be this Sunday, but the Sunday after will be the first episode of Star Wars campaign. So not this Sunday, but Sunday the 25th. Sunday the 25th. Join us for episode 1 of the Star Wars our first playthrough, and find out what all that good jazz is. Get on the ground floor for the first Crit the Bed original. But yes, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Okay, we love you all, and bye-bye.